Hello, my name is Two Hawk. I'm speaking for White Eagle. This is my friend Little Bear. In these pictures and in the music, we have a healing session in space. Healing session in space. Sit back and relax. I'm going to read some poems. I hope they will enhance, empower, infuse you with the energy that shall heal the earth. Here we go. Know that the race is being won. Cherish the beauty around you and in you, in the morning and the evening sun. All changes of will, of things made or undone by the maker of everything, are still under construction. We are reminded that we are in the planning stage, but grandfather's plans are not. We are transitioning into becoming greater than before. No one is returning to their origins. We are only going forward. Little training missions in perfection, transcending our own reminiscings. Ahead on the path lies the main admission gate. That's already paid for, by the way. To the open gates of truth, by submission, you can fly through them, not at the touch of your fingers or on a whim, but with the divine hands of time. They will let you in, perfecting you for her and for him, from womb to cocoon, from Mother Earth to Grandmother Moon, to Father Sun and beyond. To the starry heavens, one by one the race will be won. Whoa, human, slow down. Take flight with the monarch, the swallowtail, the leopards, the cabbage flies too. Oh, delightful flowers of a pretty race, go with the wind, little parasols of cotton and lace. Touch the rim of her skirt, her skin, and her face. Touch and enfold your grandparents' love in your heart. Close your wings softly. Feel both of them as they embrace every part of you. They love you so much. Be thou holy, and let your divine parents in the sky grace your life wholeheartedly. Aho. Here is passing through troubled times, on a perfect flight to haven's nest, a remembrance of the created light beings who live at this address. Perhaps you, who live on a different shore, can point them to the light of your own beginnings, rising from the river of altar rose, standing silently on the Master's floor. The spirits always watch over you, you know, whether you work hard at it or not, go to sleep or play only for thought. For the place of worship where you choose to stand before us, this divine goodness, it can be anywhere, can be adorned with anything or nothing at all. It doesn't need marble and gold, but your art, your writing, and your craft. These things, the ones you make, the dance you stimulate. There is no need to hear the wailings or the utterings of failure anymore. Here in the rooms unknown, reconsider, readdress, mount a different horse, soldier, bound and determined to keep on moving through this, the voice was referring to. I looked down to open the door. Lo and behold, there were no rooms beyond the debris that had vanished. No cunning displays, no disarray. Only thank yous for coming through the gate and the door. Work well done, young man. You're never too late for us. The only thought you were asleep, all this hemming and hawing, this waiting and wondering. That's the way the sacred weaving is done. We're not in a hurry, said the grandmother, as she sat there weaving her threads, the silken warp, the working weft, the scattered beauty, the tapestry turning left in its sleep, of finest sheets of satin and gold. The sacred loom is preparing for its own journey among the stars. There's no need to worry, my friend. The little threads you wove, those presented to me, dear brother, are still in place. None are left behind. Stormy clouds may take many of them into the loom just to open them up. The ceiling of yet another blue, starry sky. Such mesmerizing meanderings, they aren't meant for every thread to find them. Look down at your feet again. See those silky feathers glowing in the sand by the moonlight? There are many at your feet. Some are torn and bruised. None are useful any longer to the bird that left them there. They actually left them for you to have them, to wash them, cleanse them, smudge them, and renew them to fill the medicine pouches of a spirit warrior's healing. First your own, then the other gowns. These feelings, these medicines, they are for treating. And that is what you promised to reveal to your people. You wanted to weave them back into their life, remembering how these feathers, once perfect, went in flight. And then these sticks and stones, the spiny bones, the shells, the tiny twigs, these are the guiding essentials, the perfect structures, eternal blueprints for every tail, leg, foot, wing, and beak, there to nest in true alignment, providing a place for every creature to rest secure, so that these creatures, including you, remain divine, still in place. Aho. I walk the earth highway. I walk the earth highway on damp, moistened dirt, through tall, willowy grasses, among strong, hardy ferns, lush green trees. I want to know more about my home, even more about the loam that has opened up its heart to me. Sometimes Mother Earth can hear me walking, and I can hear her sigh. Silently alone, though, I let Father Sky do all the talking. He says that this earth of ours is a gift the grandmother and father sowed on beams of golden sunlight that are streaming everywhere, everywhere you roam across the land. I don't want to turn my back on them, I said. I want to walk with the grandmother, slowly, hand in hand. There's so much to see and hear as I seek deep beneath the ground below, feeling everything as though it were fresh fallen snow. Soaring high above the mountains too, with all the beauty that is around, hearing the soft winds blow, these celestial trumpets and celestial fans. Should you ever ask me to tell you what I do know, I'll tell you this much. This earth, this air, this ocean, and this fire, they belong to each and every one of us. A covenant's been landed down, a birthright and a deed, plenty to see, to clothe and to feed us. It's all that we will ever need. I know I must use my home in a good way too, to love her more, not to ravage her or to rape her. We've done that so many times before, haven't we? Where will we all end up if we keep doing that? Probably somewhere in hell, don't you think? If we don't mend what we've torn and keep throwing our trash down the drink. Yeah, that's right. The pillaging and raping of her, the digging deep into her core. If we keep that up, we'll all fall down in the same place old man the devil did before. How dare we do this? Don't we want the gift anymore? Some of us aren't ready to give it back just yet, but don't dismiss the God's warnings. They're not meant for the poor of heart, nor are they found lacking. They've been there from the start. Come Judgment Day, we'll all be standing on the floor at the threshold of the Almighty, facing our Mother at her door. Do we want her wrath, her judgment, her thunder? I'm beginning to wonder. Our feet may be trembling deep in guilt. Perhaps they should be, cracking and creaking, dreading her judgment to the hilt. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'm trying to say a lot more. I think it'll be us who will be cracking apart first if we keep this up. It won't be the earth nor the ground floor. I think if we try harder, maybe we won't have to crawl on all fours again. So why don't we stop this madness and slow ourselves way down right now? Walk this highway humbly, quietly, in peace, stepping lightly that way. Maybe all that is necessary to bring the needed release. Doing the best that we can isn't that difficult, nor is thanking the gods for these gifts to fellow man. Dancing brightly in quarter time every time. That's what meets the purpose of their plan. And then the grandfather said to me one day, "This way, brother, it's never quite over. You see, there's plenty out there to discover, but do it softly, steadily, go slowly, stay in touch with your soul." I can see and hear what you have to say now, I thought to myself. As I walked, I could hear the spirit crew praying. This crew, we know them as the beautiful tree people, those who stand tall, watching silently as we pass their way. There are many, many ways to reach the path of Great Spirit's heart, but I know now the path that I chose is right for me. The great highway engineer designed all these paths with golden light. Can't you see that? The patterns and the colors the spirit crew used, they never separate. And by the way, they want everybody there. No time to waste. Not that many promises left to fulfill. Just getting there on time takes very little skill. You see, there is no invitation list for you to sign upon entry. Your presence at the feast they have prepared is a miracle in itself. By divine will, Great Spirit and I will always keep at least one seat vacant for you, never left or stored upon dusty old shelves. But if you are ready now to make tracks with Mother Earth and me, come and join us now. The gods can be heard to say. Pick up any one of the instruments or drums, including the human ones we've tuned along the way. None of them are dark or heavy. You'll hear the music that they make is very beautiful and clear. We think it's time for you to put down your inhibitions and fears, for there's heavenly fun over here. We know there's plenty of fun in your world too, but here in the sky of spirit, all the wine and food are free. Some are free where you're at too. Of course, grandmother and her daughter always gave good medicine from the moment of their birth. Here on the ground, here in the sky, everywhere there's laughter and mirth. Well, how else can we say it? Here's mud in your eye, or here comes another piece of pie. Then the voices suddenly went silent. It was so still. I simply picked up my stick and started walking again, this time in greater reverence. And to this very day, I still continue to roam the earth highway, and their presence now is inside of me. I am not searching for them anymore. I no longer feel alone. I may wander Earth's highway forever. You won't find me lying on old shelves anymore, nor wasting time on the phone. I'm making my way forward, carrying grandmother's love for me with all of its wealth. And here, my lovely, sweet, spirit-scented friend, my dear companion, my little bear, and my dear Mother Earth, my greater soul and my heart. This message to you I do send now. I shall blow you a kiss, maybe lay down my pen, but I plan to keep on roaming. Aho. Here is a glow with promise. Deep inside, I feel a burning light, seeking a crack in a door, or perhaps a window with the shades partially drawn. I need a place to leak out unnoticed, quietly. I have a message from the Brotherhood and the wolf, because the wolf pulls truth from beneath the ground, as eagle grabs the truth closer to the sun. All the great warrior's work lies hidden. It is not always what it seems. The truths of this wondrous world that we live in proves it, if you look hard and long for it. With the ears of one ridden with indifference, you may not find it. And so the call to the wild from the loon responded. Listen up, human, she said. Return to the edge of this madness and embody the sun in its glory. Follow the dance of the cricket and the song of the frog, all sitting in the rain, in deferred silence. Even the breeze surrenders to this wondrous unknown, and in the swish of a cougar's mane when she passes by, golden light remains. The droplets, the jewels, the mother of pearl in her raiment sit perfectly still on your windsill. Call me, wait for me, why don't you sign your name on me? I am waiting for you to dance with me. Come now, evoke the brotherhood of wolf, of cougar, eagle, and loon, and that of frog. She brings the luck. They're all helping you to bring out the sacred wolf that is in you, said the rain as she continued to fall. You are born into destiny like a child, without a tomb, without a womb, nothing to return to, for the future wears no plans to reweave anything into the tomb. The future is there, though you are torn apart by the indifference of your people. Allow the dawn of change to wake you up, though some may sleep in someone else's arms. Never before had I felt the ringing of so many alarms that morning coming from the voice of the rain. Oh, dear reader, dear listener, change never sleeps, while others so afraid of joy coming, they continue to dream it away. Never before has a dreamer swept such sorrow and pain overboard. I say, will you ever wake up to the revelations of your warring and your madness? And will my supplications ever make any difference to you? Will my silent prayers suffice? And what if, upon addressing this universal grace, if I insist enough, will her will be done? Will my prayers actually work? Then the rain continued. Her voice is being done, brother, right now, over and over it again. It is that way. You seem to be unaware how much of the answer we give can still be heard. All this time, you worry so much about those who are sleeping through it all. Don't worry about them, brother. Some are meant to sleep, and some are meant to weep. Others, like yourself, are meant to leap by bound and bound, making sweeping changes, and these happen. They may happen to your friends, the ones you've always known. That's our job. Shouldn't we leave them to fend on their own, I asked. Should I, myself, walk over to them? Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I whisper in their ear what they don't want to hear? They are sleeping away the waning hours. I must tell them what they fear most is themselves. For there is nothing to fear once you know that. That is true, the rain continued. But that's our job. Tears drifted softly across my eyes and down my cheek. They began to mist the ground with the promise to keep on working on my behalf anyway. There's no blame. Delicate and small, when tears settle down, when the voice calms, there in the dry grass, on that lonesome ground, the remains, such as a lover's essence in the empty wine glasses, are filled up without your knowing. They're spilled over time. They moisten the grasses, and the grasses welcome the change. Some choose for their love to remain in the glass after the final drop has been spilled. And the sacred brotherhood of the eagle and the wolf nations, they may be but a memory to them, yet the cry of the loon still drifts through the hills. It echoes over the plain. Can you hear it now? She is crying. The gods are coming. The gods are coming back, and their arms are open. High in the mountains, the eagle still cries, yes, the gods are coming. They're coming for all of us. High in the mind of the grandfather watcher walks. And then the ancestors turned their face to the sun and sighed. Oh, you lack nothing, dear child of truth, dear brother wolf. There's still wondrous land out there, warm, dry lairs to win over. The wolf child, the elk mother, the brother deer, the cougar sister. I tell you, there's still many oceans for all of you to swim to and beyond. Brother otter, there's still many a river's fall and rapid wakes to leap over. This is for you too, salmon, a wondrous world inside all of you. So, dear children, weep no longer. You need not seek a single confirming thing, for nothing important to you and to me is out there. Nothing. You'll know what I'm talking about once you sing yourself to sleep. I'll show you what's there inside in the dream time you seek. Aho. I stand alone. I stand alone facing the unknown, yet I am not alone. At the edge of an abyss stands a great noble pine tree, beautifully wrapped in the finest green linen any queen would love to adorn. Yes, she is old, yet I lean on her, unafraid of losing ground, for she supports my heavy, wearisome thoughts. She knows, she has seen it all. She waits for me. She understands my longing. She invites me to come and sit with her every day. And so today, I shall sit by her side for a very long time before moving on. I will glean from her everything she brings as I gaze upon her wind-worn limbs, her strong trunk against my weary back, a comfort and a caress. I settle down now and take her in. I feel the wealth of goodness, the understanding that surrounds me, and I will know when it's time to travel on just with the mere thought of her. Now she and all her relations give me a bed of fine, soft needles to lie upon when I need them most. Beneath her coat, this welcoming resting place, on many a hot summer morn, there lie many deep, dark, broken branches, yet perfect for well-needed fuel supply on blistery, cold nights. And she has housed so many of my dear friends, the hawk, the eagle, and the jay, the robin and the crow. Oh, how, my friends, the bird people, honor her and know of the loving home she offers to them. She must have the knowing, for she has shown me the way. Now I find myself rolled up in her sleeves, with emeralds of green hidden in the seeds that I have found her. She has found me. Now I whittle out a prayer stick from one of her branches. Of you it is made, I said to her, and I will take it with me wherever I go. I will take you with me even to the grave, for there I will make a pine wood coffin from you, one a humble warrior has there to lie beside you, whether I die or not, there to dream of you, great noble pine, beautiful woman of trees welcoming me, nestling in your arms. I am your slave, tree woman. Aho. The mountain airy. Ah, the fresh breeze. Across my brow, a long strenuous climb. Here, the mountain airy, where eagle welcomes me, where I am at my best. Wow, here, where soldiers of different fortunes, warriors of wounded hearts, nestle in eagle's nest. Wow, where wanderers, climbers, hunters of beauty, with eagles that never clash, no one lashing out trying to best anyone. Eagle won't allow it. Who gets there first matters little to him. And the warrior's spears, the bow and the arrows, they were laid to rest a long time ago. None of Mother Nature's victims or prey can be found in this picture. Obstacles to reach the top? They're no longer in the way. They've been conquered before you. I will follow, eagle. I want to tread the path of beauty with you. I want you to take me to the highest peak and beyond. And eagle told me the Cherokee people speak of us as seekers of wisdom and hunters of invisible game. And they tell us that the wisdom is found deep within the sacred flame of the wisdom fire, and it has no words. You cannot describe it by any name. I then thanked the voice of eagle for his encouraging words. And so I, my soul, my dear companion, we donned the gifts that we were given. We climbed upon eagle's back, and together we spread our wings and flew to the other sky, the one the voice from within the mountain had promised. And we decided then and there never again to ask why. I finally found the welcoming home was in my own mind, the one I had tried so many times to avoid, thinking I was not worthy of claiming titles to such a grand palace, that was only a place I might visit now and then, perhaps as a guest. Well, dear reader, dear listener, the rest is history. And sometimes upon a mountaintop, you might see a cloud circling by in the sky. You might see a man and a dog sitting on the edge of it. And there will be legends upon legends, ledgers and ledges that will pass through your mind. You might consider joining us. Yes, a figment of your imagination perhaps. And yet, when the clouds disappear deep, where do they go? Into the mountain, perhaps? Wondrous things shall come to you, dear brother, dear sister. The songs you seem to have lost will come back to you, and golden wings will appear before you, ones you'll never forget were yours in the first place. This time, maybe you won't leave them behind. Aho. Already a pool had formed in my mind. I do not understand this, said the friend, bathing. Is this tear your alms, your hopes, your sadness? Or is it your joys coming back to me? It is all of the above, said my friend. It is my love for you. I want to walk with you again, hand in hand, as we have done before. I want to be one with you in sacred land. And just where is this sacred land you want me to go to? I replied. Wherever your soul will take us, he said. Then to the wilderness, to the mountaintop of my mind shall we go. But first, I must be clothed, I said. I cannot walk naked along the path leading us there. It could be that eternal cold winter night walking with my soul. Then get dressed, said my friend. Stop worrying and whining. Let's go. My friend replied that with sad, mournful look in his eye, as though he had asked this of me many times before, and I had refused him. I have a place to show you, said another voice. There is a warm, moonlit cave deep inside the mountain of your mind, where beautiful waterfalls empty into many emerald pools lying at the foot of the falls, 7 of them to be exact. The shimmering light of Grandmother Moon hits the smoothie, mossy rocks, the boulders that line the banks of every pool, sending out bands of sparkling silver and gold, clouds of misty silvery light. They drift lazily by. We could sit upon those banks for hours upon hours, you know, or we could walk among them if we try. You've been there before with me, don't you remember? You took me there once yourself. My old friend had spoken the truth. I had forgotten about the pool and the cave. You're right, I said. I have in my sorrow forgotten these wondrous things that lie inside my mind. Let us go then. And so we did. We walked and we walked. We talked in silent prayer for many a mile, leading us there to the very flank of the mountain. My friend led the way this time. Sure enough, I had made the right choice by letting him do the leading, for there in the soft moonlight was that opening deep into the mountain, a full moonlit night, and the path we took reflected her beauty, lighting the way as we entered the cave. Deep within, we saw those waterfalls and the 7 pools of beauty the voice had mentioned. Now I knew who the voice was. It was my friend Little Bear, who is a sacred wolf elder in the dream time. He accompanied me that glorious night. And perhaps in reality topside, he's also the one that is doing the leading. But there in the cave, he had reminded me of a wondrous vision of a river's daughter and her shimmering light and her friend the moon, and now they were with us. I shall sit here a very long time and contemplate these lovely things I said to my beloved friend. But I also wish to fly above them, these clouds that are drifting by. Don't you want to try? Don't you want to fly with me? No, you go ahead, I said. I have no wings, as do the elders from the dream time. You are sacred to me. I do want to go with you. But I am not having such beautiful gifts available at my disposal like you do so willingly. Yes, you do, my friend, said a deep, dark voice coming from within the mountain. You left them here the last time you came to visit me. Take them with you now. Take them, put them on. They still fit. Climb upon my back. I will show you how to fly beyond the clouds to another sky and another sun. There is a whole universe awaiting you inside this mountain. Suddenly, the wings the dark voice spoke about drifted down through the mist and lay quietly at my feet, folded like the shroud once worn by the man from the mountain. It seems as though the wings were the ones he too had left behind, yet now they were dripping with molten gold. Doubt not, my friend, the voice said. He left them for you. These are the same wings he wore when he ascended, but they belong to you now. You who are willing to travel deep in the dark, misty mountains of the lonely mind, willing to pass eagerly over the promising trails, the peak experiencing others' promise. You choose instead to take a simple walk of courage and faith back into the cave of memories lost, to feel the presence of love's disguise in the paint tubes the great artist has made. Creator's love, a pigment soft as chalk, a gentle green that never dries out. Out there, outstanding in the rain, a hidden laurel wreath beneath vested interest in the brass carousel ring. One you've ridden round and round and round, reaching out for it but never catching it. Soon you'll make the decision to stop trying so hard. Then you will have found the golden ring, the philosopher's mound of lovely things. So, get off thy silly painted horsey of fairy rings. Be primed to be proud, pound by pound. Let's go for a real wild horse's ride. For the beauty inside you is so wonderful, so wild. The same ones you helped create inside of me when you gave your love to me. The one the others tried so hard to find. How can something be found if it can never be lost? Like moist moss underfoot, after the rainy storm, the drowning floods, and the people still looking elsewhere for it. Forever down on the ground beneath your fairy feet, in the footprints of yourself, lie fetishes of such notable beauty as thee. The moistened love for all of life, whether it rains or not. You call this pie in the sky, I love to lie in it. Can I lie on the moss upon your lawn without lying to you? I can? Whoop-de-doo. In the summer air I shall be looking for you, deep down inside. I look inside, and that makes more sense. I can roll over on your grass, on you, with you, through you. For the beauty of you inside me, I can feel on the outside. I, Beau Johnny-come-lately, I shall enjoy the caress under the dress. And one day, will you tired of me? Or will you tire of self? That's okay. Others will create beauty inside you. It is always so. Coral sweet you, knees bowed, head to head, sniff flowers, tiptoe on Mother Earth. Deep, deep inside the cave, I will go with you. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Of course, you can lie on my lawn, upon my loin, my breast. For I am your earth, I am your mother. I am your friend, I am your birth. Why don't you go look for answers some other time? You scare me sometimes, Mom. Ah, the voice of Little Bear, the look of L, the look of truth. Yes, I shall go from this pool across the plains to the mountain tops and to the sky, for I will always be a seeker of wisdom. Now I have become a dreamer of dreams and visions. No more mountains to climb, no mind to stake my claim. There are reams and reams of schemes, but they're about letting go. They mean nothing to me right now. I have a responsibility to you, I know that, but there are no calipers or pen needed. I don't need to encompass anything, nor to manage anything. The measure is beyond measure. This kind of measurement reduces sensibility to angles of dust. I have a lust for life, with eyes like Vincent's blue, violent, great, smothered, a beautiful hue, an inner expression of purple joy. Some call that tears. This is an expression of you and me, of myself and of life, from no one else's point of view but mine. I am a simple painter struggling in a world of artsies and fartsies, critics, dainty impressionist people, soaked in pretty colored picture pots, superficial techno-meaning glots. I attribute that to leaning towards oblivion, forgotten in history's time warp. The thought behind all the birds, the joyful singing in the trees, the dreams of creation worthy of the best of us. Traumas, dangers, toils of earth-shattering proportion. If the players try to dance sideways, I'm told we must dance upright, and we must keep on dancing. The shimmering of wings, the whinnying of Pegasus' pride, and those rides that go through the skies, binding our ears, our eyes to all the rest. And you, my friend, my dear little friend, you are also my wife and my bride. You are my brother, my knave, my prince, my companion with whom I shall ride. You are my equal, Little Bear. You are my joy, my pride, my master, and my slave. Together, we are ready to ride out every cloud, every storm that is within my mind, every wave in a day's work never done, waiting simply to hear the songs behind grandfather's plans. Those songs are never sung in a single day, and they're never heard by those who sleep in languorous haze. We must be ready for the day's opening hymns. They're waiting to be sung. Hear the angels' chorus, long before the refrain needs to be written. Oh, brother, you are always there waiting for me. Oh, grandmother, wonder, and grandfather, son, all ready to stretch out your arms, peak above the horizons. Let the clouds obscure the sleepers who seek to keep hidden from view while they sleep away the hours. I have clouds that open up to skies above, a mountain up, a sky of beauty, a plain of love, a universe of joy, and a sun that shines above us both, simply upon command. There may be a gray day before me, and I know you are waiting for me, brother. But I, the sun, can stretch out my arms to greet you. I can do that in the night too, for I long to be with you. The elements work and play tirelessly. The gods above and beyond the planets of earth, where suns and stars have just begun to hum the words of Creator's song. Let us ride in those realms today, my beloved friend, you and me. Let us ride far and wide, fling ourselves across the meadows that never end, where races are born, not won. Across oceans where riders never train the wild horses, where flags never flap and horns never get blown. No one starts a running before the beginning, for there is none. There is no beginning. You simply run the race. This is the grand meadow where every steed, every saddle, every rider, everyone beckons us upon call. The goddess Epona who takes us there, she turns toward the light instead of from of it. You must do the same. Ride gracefully aside the colts and the mares the universe provides. There shall be idiocy, there shall be mediocrity, there shall be failing philosophies. But in this meadow they plummet from the sky, they are shattered as we speak. Now climb upon my back, wild pony, beautiful dog, eagle. Ride, ride, ride. Every ancient rite of every passage is fulfilled. Stallion, servant to none other than beauty, warrior of darkness and light. I created you many centuries before. Now, as I speak, we recreate each other in a single flight across the endless sky. Do you remember when our lovemaking ended last night? I said to my bride, when the moon in her cradle said her nightly goodbyes to her prince, dear son, dear grandfather's son, I have always wanted to travel with you. I wanted to reach the very heights. That is possible today, said grandfather, for you were there at the crack of dawn, you and your little dog, sitting patiently there on that log by the river bank. I knew you were ready to travel with me, ready to dance and play, waiting for me to arise. I appreciate that. I, grandfather's son, want to give you thanks this time for being there for me instead of the other way around. Oh, beautiful dawn of a brand new day. Oh, beautiful sky of blue and yellow hue. Let us fly together forever across the sky that looms up into our view. So shall it be, brother, eternally. Come on, Upon my back, warrior of light, it's time for us to take that immortal time flight. It's time to say goodbye to those who dare not leap among the metals of gold so fine as these. These are the ones the gods created for those who like to be alighted with golden lights while in flight. And as eagle flew by, Little Bear and the unwritten words fell down from the shelf. There he was, by my side, by my computer, attesting to my pride. He said right here, while lying so still, you can ride even while you type. There his paw in my chest, smiling jaw, half-closed eye. Then he lay down again. His legs began twitching back and forth. He was going lickety-split up another hill. Perhaps he was on a rabbit run in his own dream time. Me, my brain was running too fast. I couldn't sleep. Even though I laid down my pen, left my computer, and went to bed, I could not sleep. I began searching for girls I left behind in the rain, rapid swirls. Then Dancing Dog beckoned me into his dreamland, where swirls are merely ideas about them that fan out far beyond the banks of missing thoughts somewhere upstream, where words hang from trees and leaves leave old memories to fall into the swirling pools below, heading downstream perhaps. Where they go, no one knows. And once you will see an old man and his dog sitting on a log. Perhaps you will see a young boy and a pup floating upriver. How do they do this? How does the old man become young once again? No one knows. Perhaps he rides upon imaginary horses that are flying in the wind, that are backing into the rapids, bucking the current passages and pages of nonsense. Maybe he plays with imaginary beavers who've left their dams of knowledge alone because they were piled up like the philosopher's mound, useless sticks, piles of rushing rivers of ruck and muck, eddies of good luck, yeah, yada, yada, yada. And maybe they're both just sitting still, imagining they're moving upstream. Maybe the unwritten words that fell from the chef are their memories. And maybe not. Maybe the unwritten words of their adventures are still sitting on top of the book. Maybe it was just the bookends that fell. One thing is certain. You pull your book off the shelf, someone will forget to put it back. Face it. There's a big gap. There's a lineup of badly written books. And if the bookends fall to the ground, the domino effect, you know. The unwritten words of the adventures I ask. All you have to do is pick them up one by one. Your words will go haywire. Aren't you afraid? No, I'm not, for I am the sun. My words can't stay still. They beam to you, through you, and beyond. You're the one who loses the order they originally had, the one that held them together. But like the boy and the pup that are sailing towards their own sunset, the old man and the dog, all all they had to do was change the direction, they could actually change the tide. One day, everyone will be heading upstream to greet their own beginnings. This shall be a sweet sunrise, so forget the fallen books. That's someone else's sunset. Who cares whether all the books get back on the shelf or are neatly arranged? Whether the bookends know that or not, who cares? Come to me, said Badger. Come to me whither thou goest, go with truth, and come to me when you are in need. Come with me when you aren't. There's much to see when eyes are no longer tearing. Come to me. Arrange your life. I know how to do it. I can do it letter by letter. Here's how I was told. A is for a better attitude. B is for believing in yourself. C is for compassion and feeling for others. D is for discernment for others to follow. E is for excelling in your efforts to be one with F for Father Sky. And G is for Grandmother Moon to help me heal every ache in the H of my heart and in the I of my id. And if I can feel the I for what it is instead of what it isn't, then I will find J for joy, for it has no words before it or thereafter, except possibly the kindness of K. And the loving of God, of Allah, and the love of the brotherhood, the Elohim, the mothers of men and the women alike, the M for the marvelous teachers we ought to marry. Then there is the N for never giving up. Yes, O is for ordinary folks, but my O is with extraordinary openness, with arms of P, of powerful powers, to embrace each other Q with quickly, reaching out to relieve the pain of the poor, there to take heart in midair with the revelations in the art of S, of spirit, of flowering beneath the bowers with a song as he soars, without talking to us or to any other, or for a matter not to a tea or a task. He only asks you of us to use the understanding the universe provides. With vitality, verve, with the W of wonder and excellence. Thus, we come to the N and the Y, which is really a Z. The Hebrew people speak of the Zagrus. That is the word for a new Christ in me and you. That is all. Thank you, Badger. Thank you, changer of change for the better, in rearranging my attitudes letter by letter. Aho. Now, Jalaluddin Rumi spoke to me. He spoke about being a spirit-filled gardener of Mother Earth. Ah, the fresh rain cloak that covers the willing ground covered me. Once the sun god spit fire on me, and I turned to ashes. Once the rain goddess threw her cloak over me, and I became a river of mud. Now I am once again running towards my beloved, and when my beloved spits on me again, I shall be his wedding, his groom, his maidservant. I shall be his rain bride. I will see that our marriage bed is well groomed and well supplied. There shall be wine and champagne, but there could also be mud, ash, and dirt. Hey, it's all the same, and if that is what is to become of me, out of our love for each other, then surely there will be no one left to blame. Then came Whale. I have a whale of a tale. I will accompany you, said the whale. Ocean memories will surround us both. There will be rain falling around, submerging sand beneath shifting mounds of ancient knowing, a dancing that is happening underneath the ocean ground. Beyond the shore, beyond the floor, a shoring, a storing, and a playing tale of ancient lore, universal energies, subtle, yet delightfully torn from the skin of Hermes' youth. Setting our sails to adulthood, full blown, they may never clear the raging bow. They shall lead the ships through murky waters that are warring on, for the winds of change are never caught by storm. The tears and the fears from the human brothers, soon they will die. For we are all waiting, we all long to be reborn. So if you are willing, return to my womb, for I am Orcus' daughter, said the voice. You have been forewarned. A new birth is about to dawn inside of you, and your cause has been adorned, considered quite worthy by all the elders. Yes, you shall have a new beginning. You humans, you shall become an endangered species no more. And you, sir, and you, ma'am, the Selkie, the sea lion, the otter, the seal, the salmon and the crow, the raven and the whale, all of us shall return under a new guise with a new cloak that shall be worn with wonder, and new stories will emerge from down under, from Australia Island and New Zealand, from Vancouver to New Brunswick, from New England to the Pacific, the Mayan, the Mi'kmaq, the Makah, and the Mackinac, and many others. Through them the whale is resurging, merging the old with the new. All shall be filled with new songs, songs that resound like thunder, victorious and triumphant, not to conquer or to plunder. For this heart that I speak of is a hope anew, proudly seen from balconies above. Celestial chorus, songs from the hidden choir that is singing now as it has before, sweetened sounds swelling on uplifting strains. These are the remains of a whale of a tale from this ocean so blue. These are the refrains of love, the raiment so pure, clearly billowing white, yet filled with rainbow light. For only lovers of truth, such as you and I, can see them. How sweetly they dwell within the boundless sky. Only you and I can survive the view. Then Turtle spoke to me. She told me that she and I were on the same path, that she was the keeper of the earth, but I was the keeper of the path. And from our birth at the start to our death do us part. No, not even then. There is respect for Great Spirit, the Creator, and all that the universe provides. There is a hidden love in the medicine turtle doth depart. Grandmother, I know your medicine is the very best the universe can give to anyone. It is the medicine the rest of creation lives by. Yes, you are slow, but sure, and you're always there for me. Grandmother Turtle told me so. She said, Willie, let no alluring promises of success or power that many humans adjure by ever put you down or try to take you from me. My love for you, your family, your friends, the protection that is inherent in my medicine is strong and pure, a rare treasure, secure in the divine embrace, the one the Creator gave to me. I didn't create it, but I am your grandmother. I am Mother Earth. And the same gift that he gave to me, I give to you. It is a beautiful place, a land filled with melodious heart songs, and a love greater than mine. It is a sacred space of spirit so perfectly entwined, reaching out to enfold you each and every time, in quarter time, all the time. I know you found it. Don't be afraid. Don't hide in that enfolding. Although I am strengthened by it, I am a turtle. I live in a cave. You don't. Don't let the human endeavor and the folly that isn't worth hiding from misdirect you. And don't worry, yes, you do get under my skin sometimes, but it matters little to me. For my shell is hard, so is my medicine. These are hard to crack formulas that will protect you. Trust me on that one. The arms of Great Spirit, the arms of the Creator. Did you know she has wings? That she can reach out to anyone who is willing to stand there quietly, humbly, to sit down and wait. She will not crumble under the weight of heavy thoughts. She never has. And I wonder why the humans often balk or step back from such an offer. I guess the turtle medicine is too awesome. I will ponder this. And I will be sure that I am worthy of you, grandmother, I said, as we shared these moments together. But before I ask you to administer it to me, I have a question. I say to you, am I worthy of you? Truly, am I worthy? You are worthy of my medicine, dear warrior of the heart. Every son and daughter of mine is so. There is nothing to ponder. There is nothing to worry. Take my medicine freely, but do not stray far from me. There is no need to wander aimlessly across my lands. All you have to do is walk with me. Walk slowly, and you will see. You will know that Great Spirit and Great Turtle medicine, they come together. They're more powerful that way, especially when you use only what it is that you need, and do it often, for it is free. We have no doctoring charges. I am the ancient mother manifest in flesh. I am the keeper of the earth, which is your earth, and you are the keeper of the path. Slip into my shell, walk my walk, crawl slowly along the path of beauty. Yes, it is awesome to experience and to see it that way. And though your eyes are seeing through mine, and there is mist tearing up, don't worry, off we go. Come on, little brother. Come on, little sister. Off we go. The race is on. Whoa, I can take you. Thank you, I can take you. Yes, my medicine will take you farther than Rabbit has ever gone. You see, we turtle people, we won the race long before it was started. How is that so, I asked? Well, it's quite simple. We won the race because your heart, Creator's heart, and mine beat as one. Aho. Beyond appearances. I sat by my window from midnight to dawn not too long ago. I saw the sky change place with the ground. I saw the stars proceed, planting their seeds, going through their paces. I saw the faces of my needs. Remain detached, some say. In fact, we suggest you stay firmly attached to the changeless reality before your very eyes. The human deceptions that lie underneath the canopy are not there permanently. The stars that make up the real canopy protecting you are, however. Why don't we put our faith in such promising words? We vacillate, we fragment, we fickle, fragile, wobbling warriors, stumbling on down the path. We have such little faith in the stars, but the stars have faith in us. They stay on course, season after season. The reason, of course, is that they're all same vision, same formulation, manifestation, birth and rebirth, life-giving, death-transcending, renewals, resume, restart. Even before it's all over, in the same order, the same bundle. It's that great, big bundle of love from the universe itself, packaged perfection, wonder wrapped in beauty, bountiful revealing processions, watchfulness, protection, undaunted, constant and reliable. These star sisters in succession, one right after another, twinkle and smile to let us know they are watching over us. All shall fall into the divine order of alignment and permanence eventually. I suspect each and every star was originally assigned its position just to let us know we're not the only ones, before they hoisted sail and began their nightly journey across the sky. We could too, if we choose to. Aho. The barking of invisible dogs. Sitting alone, I heard loud noises inside another mountain of my mind. The rumbling of foghorns, the barkings, when there's no ships nor seas to ride. I also heard the laughter of a child within. I heard the cry of the wild, the cry of the loon. I heard songs of delivery from sorrow, and I swooned over love's wondrous refrain. I heard music from above, so I hitched a ride on an eagle's back just to see where all the music was coming from. It's coming from the mouth of babes, said the eagle as he flew. From the rays of the sun, too. From the womb of the grandmother as she gives birth to daughter Earth. The birthing isn't done yet. We are but children spinning in space, still unborn. Therefore, we aren't as old as some might say. When you think about it, we're all still very young, alive, and willing to be born again and again, long before the bell of living a full life is even hung. Certainly before the dearth wagons roll down the hill, toiling their mournful sounds. Long before the hymn of renewal and resurrection was sung. In fact, I'm told all these songs were written long before we even knew how to sing them. Aho. Words of many feathers. Words with many different colored feathers stay attached. They come together to form the whole bird. That is so. No tears from any rainbow are left to shed the inconsolable, for the many colors will wed each other into one single phrase. The walk of the forbidden will come to its end. Talk shall be silenced, while the thundering heart beats out their sighs of relief, no longer wondering what about, or what it was they said. Then the music bore its fruit, the instrument covered it, The audience harvested it. But the hearts of men are still torn asunder, for they were not listening. They no longer heard the music that the stars made. Feelings don't judge each other, and certainly the great healer doesn't either. He reaches out to teach us what must be removed and what must remain, what's undone and what is left to do. Somehow, he tells us, you humans left the unbroken wings and the untarnished clothes behind you. The musicians down under are simply lingering, and the sheets are making too much noise. The fingerlings are filling the streams. But where is the big fish, the human asks. The heron says it doesn't matter. Lovers wonder what it all means. Hummingbirds, well, they're still singing about something, aren't they? And Robin is still winging her way across the pigeon crossings, across the telephone wires humans have put in their way. Think about it. Which human obstacles have nowhere to go but to follow each other one by one into oblivion, I hope. The created four-legged critters and the birds by the gods don't mind. They simply fluff up their wings, paw their paws a bit, dodge and fly through the maze. Some drift about lazily in the sun or under the bridge. Yet the human people sit there in a complete daze, wrapped up in a gauze they made to cover their sins, their wounded haze. Ah, God's birds just keep on singing their song. They keep on moving their feet, their beaks and their bodies. They keep dancing the light fandango. They keep pace with the fleet of sky dancers, the ones you will meet when you look up at the sky and see the eagles, the hawks, and the geese, and thank the Creator as they fly by. For the angels you meet in your mind also cry, "Ride on, man, ride on through any sky." See? Still hard at work, doing nothing but looking up at the sky? There's nothing wrong with that. You're in good company. Come join in the chorus divine, said a little toad to me one day. Rewrite the refrain yourself, said the poet, who really was a mouse in disguise. Now about those tidbits of moss on the ground, and those fluffy cottonwood seeds that float by your window. Why collect moss when you can be a moving weed? You can't put stones on top of dried flowers on tombs. You can't bequeath beauty to your offspring if you haven't been to the changing rooms. But you can reminisce about it. You can sit and do nothing but wonder. How lovely. But don't forget a single moment of this silence or bliss, because you will know one day what happens next. Another wave of beauty will simply come over you, 'cause you've been mindlessly blessed, dear brother and sister. You've been blessed. Maybe you can't paint the museum's walls, and maybe you can't drip raindrops with words so wet, but you can dance on any bloody cross with moss at your feet. You don't have to roll down Crucifixion Hill, these false-headed nets, but you can sing, you can think, and you can dream. It's all in your mind. How well you do, that's a no-brainer thing. And there's something I want to mention also before I go rolling down my own little hill. Who's your evaluator? Who's tapping your toes? Who's looking over your blueprints? Who chose to be happy just to see that you were? Put a close on being chastised by your peers, by your fears, by those wasted tears. Don't be intimidated by critics. Throw them to the lions. No one but you knows better. The inner beauty knows you. If you're not afraid of standing naked in front of your own mirror, then have no fear, for many people will love you regardless if the mirror shatters. Maybe you don't hear their accolades that often, but they do give them out occasionally. open wide your ears and open your eyes wider still, for the divine painter's toolbox is always open, his tools always clean, ready to be used over and over again. One can only know the heat of being embedded in the flames when they sit near the hottest coals. Wisdom then takes wing, leaves the fire, leaves the flame and the smoke, and finds the coolness of shooting through the sky with sparks flying into the deep blue infinity of this great grandfather sky, far beyond the tensions of the humans who tend the fires on the ground below. I told Eagle, I will savor this gnawing, the one that he and his wife gave to me. I will come to Eagle Land more often than not. And the cool, clear mountain air at the top of the mountain can soften any anguish, answer any prayer. Thank you, White Eagle, and all those who have gone before me. Following in your footsteps has set me free. And I suspect the next time we encounter each other, you might fit me with a pair of one of your mighty wings. Mine aren't that good. That way I can travel farther down the road of understanding. I can leave the mountaintops and soar upwards into that endless, cloudless sky where Grandfather and I will sit a spell and just be with each other. I look forward to that, dear brother, said White Eagle as he flew away. Aho, all my relations. Thank you for lending your ears. Thank you for reaching out to me, tending to my needs and my fears. Aho. Then Wambliska speaks. I am a seeker of wisdom, a hunter of invisible game. Beauty is my target, harmony my aim. Love is my arrow, compassion my bow. Luna the moon and Grandfather the sun watch over me as I pursue the sacred game below. Courageously we will face the dangers together, said they. There's no one to blame for this. When we step forward boldly, our arrows bearing no shame, wild beauty will withstand the onslaught, stripped of her fame perhaps, yet she will stand tall, unstained. You can touch her with her arrows softly. She can never be caught or tamed. Unconditional love, unending service, that's what keeps her flame burning. She knows all the secret passwords and the names of the sacred game. She tells us all can be found in the application of the same, in the working of the refrain. The reward for this work was written into law, but it is sometimes hard to find. Actually, you can find it in the chorus, if not the refrain. Our birthright from the start, can I hear my heart saying, the birthright is still waiting to be claimed, brother, still waiting to be claimed. Native pride. Native pride, another ride through the skies of remembering on Pegasus' wing. Another song to sing. Governors, chieftains, senators, elders, members of every tribe, I tell you, be not discouraged, be not dismayed. The horse is coming, the horse is coming, the horse is coming. Coming to collect the wings he left behind. They are there for you to use until the next ride, the one he is called to provide. Then, once again, both of us may find native pride rumbling, thundering through other skies. Those incredible tall hat lies cannot keep us down on the ground, not on the farm any longer. unaccountable, unending trials and errors. They will not turn to rage on or rain on my parade, nor harm the spirit made holy a long time ago. And today is a good day to live and a good day to die. I will celebrate these words. I will elevate myself to a place of honor, for I can tolerate anything the forces try to do to me. I can rise above them. I still will rate my days a 10, so there. Native pride I will don, native pride I will wear, native pride I will share, sisters and brothers every pair. Native pride I will call upon when the going gets rough. Native pride I will honor when others slough it off. Enough is enough. Native pride I will take home with me. Others may stand naked in the rain, like old turkeys often do before they die. But the native pride I will flame long before the embers get too white, or the fire starts to lose its glow. Native pride I will nurture. I will wipe the slate as clean as I can. And when my children return to me, though frightened by everything seen or unseen, I will tell them, wear the native pride on your heart. When the horse is waiting in the wings for its rider to return, I tell you, the horse is waiting. Your horse is waiting. Nothing needs fixing. Grandmother said to me one day, there are no pieces missing in my portfolio. Nothing needs fixing. Be happy with what you've got. Stop trying to fit into someone else's slot. This is the way it is and will always be. Everything is what it is. It's also what it is not. There's no other place to go to. This is our only chance. No other script, no other dance, no other task. Let's not blow it. Nothing else to chase after either. There's no place to go except here and there. And since here really is there, and the now also includes the before, it all makes sense. If there's nowhere else to go, then there's nothing else to task, except what's right in front of you. If there is none other than this, then there is no further in nor further out either. There's no edge to the moving forward or the moving farther on. There is no edge to cling on to, nothing to leave behind. Just like the now, it has its past and its future, except they are embedded in each other. And so, there is nothing outside of this. No need to ask why. The way to do it is, be it now, let it be, let others lie, knowing that there is no they, but there is a we, and surely there is a way. It's just that it's ever contracting, ever expanding, seeming new to us, yet nothing is new. Nothing is new. And yet, the greater our vision of it, well, it doesn't subtract, and nothing is askew. The clues to this game are quite simple. Just live them out fully, through and through. And if you don't understand some parts of it, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you don't have to. But if you want to, ask the ancestors. They'll give you a hand up on the knowing. And you know what? The hardest part of all this is to understand that me, the grandmother, and you are one and the same. There's nothing about you that needs fixing either, besides your idea that it does. Aho.